Smoked beef tallow. The amount of time it takes to make it versus the reward at the end is well worth it. This is the end product, so how do we get there? Watch this. All right, let's look to see what we have. Ta-da! I've done the prep work already in advance because there was so much of it. This is about 11 briskets worth of trimmings. Probably about 8 actually. And so what we have here is basically just the fat that you trim off a brisket. Doesn't really matter one way or the other how you do it. We take the meat from the trimmings and we make our ground burgers. We take the fat left over. I'll throw some of the brownish fat away, but ultimately this is what we're left with. We have our pit set about 275, which is exactly what we're looking for. We're using a Lone Star pellet smoker today. We're rocking B&B Championship pellets with oak wood chips. And that is as easy as it is. We're gonna smoke this for several hours. Once it starts going, we can check on it. We'll stir it around a little bit, just make sure it's everything's getting incorporated well. And then show you guys how to strain it and end up where we started. Alrighty, this is what it looks like 3 hours later. Because we are losing daylight, I'm gonna do like plan B. The other pan is in the oven at 375 because I'm giving you more options. If you actually like this and decide not to smoke it, that's your choice. The other option is kind of like what we're going to show you right now just to finish it. If you're doing a long brisket or like a pork butt, this would stay on the smoker for a long period of time and the fat would actually render over the period of time. So what we're going to do is kind of speed up the process. It's been smoking for about 3 hours, plenty of smoke for me. And I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. We're just going to transfer this to a stock pot and then start rendering it out the old school way. So if you don't like the smoke, but you want the beef tallow, you can skip the smoke process and go straight to the pot. All right, we are rendering the fat out nicely. I just want to show you this really quick because we're not going to be able to do both. The time's just going to get to us with daylight savings time. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to add our chunks of fat back to here. They probably could still produce a little bit more fat. Let's imagine I just transitioned all this over or all of it had rendered out to your liking. You'll be amazed how much fat will come out of this. All right, once your fat's cooled down enough to touch it where you're not being like dangerous, just go and put it through some cheesecloth and let that strain out. You don't need to double strain it or anything like that. Once all this is done, I will take it and store it in these jars, and that's how you get to this stage right here. All right, guys, there you go. That's easy smoked beef tallow from brisket trimmings. Honestly, we showed you many different ways, plus you could eliminate the smoke if you wanted to. So people ask all the time, once you get to this stage, what do you do with it? There's just no way I could use all of it. So what I try to say is during the flat top grill or griddle community, I try to incorporate smoke flavor to that because you can't get it. It's a great way to introduce it to your griddle. Saute vegetables, potatoes, great for burgers. Don't forget about your steaks. You could always drizzle it over like a good flame-kissed ribeye steak. A lot of benefits for this. It's great on the griddle. And once you become a fan of it and like the idea of doing it, you'll find more and more ways to use it yourself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Easy smoked beef tallow with brisket trimmings. It goes a long ways.